Welcome to your personalized deep dive. Today, we're going to be tackling Innodata,
Oh,
or INOD if you're looking at it on the stock market.
okay.
And you sent over a ton of interesting reports and articles on them.
Yeah.
And, it seems like we're really trying to figure out if this company is like a hidden gem in the world of AI,
Right.
or if it's more of a gamble.
Interesting.
And, get this, Innodata is actually working with 5
What?
of the biggest tech companies out there,
Really?
which really caught my eye. We'll
Yeah.
dive into that a little bit later.
Oh, right.
But, it's fascinating that they've been around since 1988.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that they've had to adapt,
Right.
to stay in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Starting with digitizing content.
Right.
Then they acquired Isogen International in 2001,
Oh, wow.
which kind of moved them into content management and publishing tech.
Okay.
Then came Innodata Advanced Data Solutions, kind of riding the wave of,
Yeah.
Digital and mobile devices. They seem to have a knack for knowing where the tech world is heading.
Yeah, and that's why their current focus on generative AI is so interesting.
Yeah.
They're not just dipping their toes in.
Right.
They're diving headfirst into one of the most exciting areas of tech right now.
So they're not just offering one service, right? It's more like a whole buffet of
Yeah.
AI solutions
Yeah.
with things like data annotation and model safety evaluation.
Uh-huh.
Can you break those different offerings down a little bit more for us?
Sure, think of it like this.
Okay.
Innodata helps companies make sense of their data
Okay.
so they can build better AI.
Got it.
That includes everything from labeling data to make sure it's accurate,
Right.
to evaluating how safe and unbiased AI models are.
Okay. That makes sense. And it seems like a pretty smart move considering the global big data market is projected to reach over $862 billion
Wow.
by 2030.
That's a huge market to tap into.
Exactly. And that market is growing fast
Right.
with the compound annual growth rate of almost 15%.
So the potential is definitely there for Innodata.
Uh-huh.
But of course, they're not the only ones in this space.
Right.
You've got major players like Cognizant, Accenture, IBM, and others
Yes.
offering similar services.
So how does Innodata stand out in such a crowded field? What are their advantages?
They have a few key advantages.
Okay.
First, they've got a deep well of expertise.
Right.
They've been working with data for decades,
Right.
which gives them a leg up in understanding how to use it for AI.
Makes sense.
Second, their services are diverse.
Okay.
They offer a range of solutions, so they're not limited to just one area of the AI market.
Uh-huh.
And third, they have a global reach.
Okay.
They can work with companies all over the world,
From the research that you've done.
like contracts or invoices,
Right.
and turning them into structured data that AI can easily understand.
Oh, wow.
That's what Golden Gate does.
Okay.
And Innodata Labs is where they're developing cutting-edge AI solutions for specific industries.
So it's like their innovation hub.
Exactly.
And on top of that, they have over 5,000 subject matter experts.
Wow.
That's a lot of brain power.
Yeah.
So they got the technology, the experience, the people.
Uh-huh.
But what about the leadership?
Okay.
What's the story behind the people running the show?
Well, Jack Aberhoff, the CEO,
Okay.
has been with the company for over 27 years.
Wow.
That kind of experience is invaluable,
Right.
especially in a rapidly changing field like AI.
It's like he's seen it all and guided Innodata through every major tech shift.
Right.
That level of experience must provide some stability,
Yeah.
even amidst the constant change in the AI landscape.
Mm-hmm.
What about the rest of the management team?
Sure.
Do they bring a similar level of experience to the table?
Yes. The management team has extensive experience in the industry.
Okay.
They're not just tech savvy. They understand the business side of AI
Right.
and how to navigate the complexities of this market.
Okay, so they've got experienced leadership.
Yeah.
But what about their financial strategy?
Okay.
How are they using their resources to grow the business?
One thing that stands out is that Innodata prioritizes reinvesting profits back into the company for growth
Okay.
instead of paying out dividends.
Interesting.
It shows their commitment to long-term development and expansion in the AI market.
It seems like they're following a classic Warren Buffett approach.
Yeah.
Invest in what you believe in and let it grow.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk numbers.
Okay.
How is Innodata actually performing financially?
Well, they recently reported 136%
Wow.
year-over-year revenue growth
136%.
in the third quarter of 2024.
That's a huge jump.
That's pretty remarkable.
What's their market cap looking like these days?
Their market cap is currently around $1.15 billion.
Okay.
And their profit margins are healthy.
Yeah.
They also have a low debt-to-equity ratio
Uh-huh.
and are generating strong free cash flow,
All right.
which are all positive signs.
So from a financial perspective, it seems like they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
But I'm always wary of companies that seem too good to be true.
Right.
Are there any red flags we should be aware of?
While their financial performance is impressive,
Yeah.
there are a couple of potential concerns.
Okay.
They rely heavily on a few large clients,
Okay.
which could be a risk if those relationships go south.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Having all your eggs in one basket can be risky.
Exactly.
That's the other concern.
They're also dealing with some ongoing legal matters.
Yeah. Okay, so we have this seemingly strong company with impressive growth, but there are some potential risks lurking beneath the surface.
Right.
We'll need to weigh those carefully as we continue our deep dive.
Yes.
But before we get to that, let's take a quick break
Okay.
and come back to explore how the market is perceiving Innodata.
Sounds good. Welcome back to our deep dive into Innodata. So far, we've explored their journey from digitizing content to their current focus on AI, evaluated their experienced leadership, and analyzed their strong financial performance,
Right.
but also acknowledged those potential risks
Yeah.
with client concentration and legal matters.
Right, and it's important to get a balanced view.
Yeah.
So now let's shift gears and talk about how the market is viewing Innodata.
Okay.
After all, market sentiment can really make or break a stock.
Absolutely. We can pore over financial statements all day long,
Right.
but understanding how the market perceives a company is crucial
Yeah.
for gauging its potential.
Well, from the reports you've analyzed, what's the general feeling? Are investors bullish or bearish on Innodata?
The overall sentiment seems to be quite positive.
Okay.
Analyst reports are generally optimistic,
Good.
with many predicting significant growth for Innodata.
That's encouraging.
Yeah.
What are analysts saying about the stock's potential? Are they setting price targets?
Yes. The average price target for Innodata is $49. That represents a potential upside of 32.15%.
Wow.
From its current price.
Okay.
It seems analysts are betting on their continued success in the AI space.
That's a pretty significant potential upside.
Yeah.
It sounds like investors are buying into Innodata's AI-focused strategy.
Right.
But it's not just individual investors, right?
Right.
What about those big institutional investors we mentioned earlier?
Yeah.
Are they showing interest in Innodata?
They are indeed. Institutional investors are not just dipping their toes in the water.
Right.
They're diving in head first.
Wow.
BlackRock Inc., one of the largest investment management companies in the world,
Uh-huh.
holds a significant chunk of Innodata's shares.
Okay, so we have positive analyst reports, a promising price target, and major institutional investors buying in. What about Innodata's own leadership? Are they putting their money where their mouth is?
Absolutely. CEO Jack Abuhoff
Right.
has a sizable personal stake in the company.
Oh,
When leadership invests heavily in their own company, it sends a strong signal of confidence to the market.
it's like they're saying, we believe in this company so much that we're betting our own money on its success. But even with all these positive signs, we can't ignore those potential concerns we discussed earlier. It's important to analyze the risks involved.
You're right. Let's take a deeper dive into Innodata's risk profile
Okay.
by conducting a SWOT analysis.
Okay.
This will help us get a clearer picture of their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Perfect. A SWOT analysis can really help break things down. So let's start with the strengths. What are Innodata's key strengths that could drive its future success?
Innodata has several notable strengths.
Okay.
First and foremost, their strong financial performance is a major advantage. They've demonstrated impressive revenue growth and profitability,
Right.
which gives them a solid foundation.
Okay.
Their laser focus on the AI market is another significant strength.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be everything to everyone.
Right.
They're specializing in a high-growth area
Okay.
with tremendous potential.
It's like they've found their niche and are really excelling in it. And you mentioned earlier that they have strong relationships with those major tech clients.
Yeah.
That must be a significant strength as well.
Absolutely. Having those established relationships with industry giants
Yeah.
gives them a competitive edge
Right.
and opens doors to potential collaborations and projects.
Okay, so we've covered the positives.
Yeah.
Now let's flip the coin and talk about their weaknesses.
Mm.
What are some areas where Innodata might be vulnerable?
Their reliance on a few large clients,
Right.
as we mentioned before, is a definite weakness.
Okay.
If they were to lose one or two of those major clients, it could significantly impact their revenue.
That's a valid concern. It highlights the importance of diversifying their client base. What about those ongoing legal issues? How much of a weakness do those represent?
The legal matters are definitely something to keep an eye on. They
Yeah.
create uncertainty
Right.
and could potentially lead to financial penalties or reputational damage.
It's like a cloud hanging over the company, even though their financials look good right now.
Right.
So we have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
What about opportunities? Where could Innodata capitalize on emerging trends and expand its business?
The booming AI market itself is a huge opportunity for Innodata.
Right.
As more companies adopt AI solutions,
Yeah.
the demand for Innodata's services is likely to increase.
Well, makes sense.
They could also explore expanding into new markets
Okay.
or industry verticals where AI is gaining traction.
It seems like the possibilities are endless with AI becoming so pervasive.
Mhm.
Are there any other opportunities you see for Innodata?
Definitely, acquisitions could be a strategic move for them.
Okay.
Acquiring smaller companies with complementary technologies or expertise
Huh?
could help them expand their service offerings and market reach.
Okay, so we have a good grasp of their strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities. Let's wrap up the SWOT analysis by discussing the threats. What external factors could potentially hinder Innodata's growth?
A global economic downturn
Right.
is a significant threat that could impact all companies, including Innodata.
Yeah.
If businesses tighten their budgets,
Uh-huh.
they might cut back on AI projects,
Right.
which could reduce demand for Innodata's services.
That's true. Economic uncertainty can create a ripple effect across industries.
Right.
Are there any other threats we should consider?
Cybersecurity risks are a growing concern for any company dealing with sensitive data,
Right.
especially in the AI field.
Thanks.
A major data breach could damage Innodata's reputation and erode client trust.
Uh-huh.
And of course, increased competition is always a threat
Yeah.
in a dynamic market like AI.
Right.
New players are constantly emerging,
Yeah.
and existing competitors are evolving their offerings.
So it's a constant race to stay ahead of the curve in such a rapidly evolving field? It seems like Innodata has a lot going for it, but they also face some significant challenges.
Exactly. This SWOT analysis highlights the importance of considering both the potential rewards and the potential risks when evaluating Innodata as an investment.
Well, we've dissected Innodata's market sentiment, explored their ownership structure, and conducted a thorough SWOT analysis. And, we've covered a lot of ground here,
Yeah.
from their business model and leadership to their financials, market perception, and even potential risks.
We've seen both the impressive growth and the challenges they face. It's a complex picture,
Yep.
which is often the case with companies,
Right.
operating in rapidly evolving fields like AI.
Right. So after all this analysis, what's the bottom line? Is Innodata a company worth considering for an investor's watch list?
Well, based on our deep dive, Innodata appears to be a potentially lucrative opportunity,
Okay.
especially given their strong position in the booming AI market.
Right.
Their financial performance has been outstanding, and they have a seasoned management team navigating the complexities of the industry. Plus, they're attracting significant interest from major institutions, which adds another layer of validation.
But we can't forget about those potential downsides we discussed.
Right.
Particularly their dependence on a few major clients.
Yeah.
And those ongoing legal issues, those are definitely factors that investors need to weigh carefully.
For sure.
It's all about balancing risk and potential reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Investing in Innodata is essentially a bet on the future of AI.
Okay.
You're betting that AI will continue to grow and that Innodata is well positioned to capitalize on that growth. But like any investment,
Right.
there are inherent risks involved.
So to sum up, we've explored Innodata's journey from content digitization to their current focus on cutting-edge AI, like generative AI and those large language models we hear so much about these days.
Right all over the news.
We've analyzed their leadership, their financial health, and how the market perceives them. We've even performed a SWOT analysis to identify their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And hopefully this deep dive has equipped you with the information and insights you need to make a more informed decision about Innodata.
Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to investing.
Right.
The more you understand a company and its industry, the better equipped you are to make smart decisions.
A huge thanks to you for joining us on this deep dive into Innodata. And don't forget to check out the comments section for stock suggestions from our community.
If you're intrigued by the world of AI and its impact on the stock market, I highly recommend subscribing to our Stock Analytics AI YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You'll find in-depth analyses, market trends, and even more deep dives into fascinating companies like Innodata. And, as always, a quick disclaimer. This deep dive was for informational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. Remember to do your own research and consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. AI can be a powerful tool for analysis, but it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge.